Hi, welcome back, my dear students. So in this lecture, I'm going to show you what we need in order for us to run PHP in our computer. Now, I'm using a Mac right here, but this is going to apply to Windows users or Linux users, okay? So this is a Mac computer right now, and I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in XAMPP. Okay, XAMPP is this tool, okay, this software that has a stack. A stack is a program that has, or some type of package that has different technologies included that work together to accomplish something. In this case, XAMPP has Apache, MariaDB for databases, PHP, and Perl. These are the stack for XAMPP. And this is what we need in order for us to run PHP successfully in our computer. So this is going to mimic, okay, a server in in the clouds. For example, if you go to GoDaddy.com or any other hosting provider, they will have a hosting service that allows you to run PHP applications. So this XAMPP here is going to be that software behind the scenes in our computers that is going to allow us to have the technologies that allows us to use PHP. Okay, so we download it, but I don't want you to just go here to any of these links and download it. Like if you're using Windows, yeah, this is the right link for you. If you're using Linux, this is the right link for you. And if you're using OS, this is not the right link for you. If you're using Mac OS, the reason is because you have this VM here, virtual machine. You don't want to download anything like that. So click on download and then look for the latest version of XAMPP. In my case, it's 7.3, but you might have 8.2, 9, depending on the year and of the time. You might have a later version than what I have here. But download the latest version. For Windows, they only have 32 bits, so download that. For Linux, they have the 7.3. Download the 64-bit. If you have a 64-bit machine, right? And you should. And for Mac OS, they have two versions. The regular versions without the VM, okay, right here on top, and the virtual machine versions. You need to download the regular ones. This is the latest right here, 7.3. In my case, just click on download, okay? And you're going to see this is going to start downloading down here. Now, while this is downloading, let me show you another tool just in case you run into problems with XAMPP. Because now everybody gets a smooth installation. If you run into any problems, there is another tool called MAMP. Okay? And it's basically the same thing. It's a stack. It's a package that has a stack to run PHP in your computer. And it's going to detect if you have a Windows or Mac computer or Linux. And then it's going to give you the link. Okay? This one is a little different when downloading because we don't deal too much with virtual machines. But if you click on free download here, it's going to take you to this page and you have a couple options. Download MAMP and MAMP Pro 5.2 or download MAMP and MAMP Pro 4.1. This is for Windows. This is for Mac OS. Now, in the future, all these pages are going to be different. Okay, the main concept here is that you're downloading the regular versions of any of these tools just to run PHP, depending on the system that you are using. Now, my installation just finished downloading, and that would be nice to know where it went. I guess it was somewhere down there. I'm just gonna go to my downloads place where I download. Everything goes in there. I'm just gonna click on this. Okay, and once I have it, I just double click it and it's gonna ask me all this stuff. I'm just gonna open it up and make sure that I put my password. This is for Mac users. For Windows users, you might not have this. You might have to allow it through your firewall or anything like that because these systems, they do control your computer just a little bit. Welcome to the XAMPP Setup Wizard. I'm just gonna click Nets and Nets and Nets, okay? And learn more about Bitnami. I don't think so. That I don't want. And I'm just gonna click Nets and Nets, and that's going to install it. Okay, and it's just like any other program in your computer is going to install, and then it's going to be available to you in your programs area, or like if right now, let's say you're using a Mac that program is going to be available to me in the applications area. So if I go all the way down to the XAMPP folder, that's where that program is. All the files are here. The manager control panel is here. So if I double click on this, it's going to open it up for me. Okay. As you can see, it's on here. And I don't use XAMPP as much as I used to, but in this course, I am using it. And if I click on manage servers, this is where all my servers are. Right now it says that Apache web server is running. I can stop it. Okay. And all you need is 2 servers to be running, 2 services. You need MySQL. Make sure that you click start, and Apache start. Okay. Now for MAMP, this is XAMPP, okay? And this is a very similar. They're all going to be located in a Mac computer in the applications folder. So MAMP would be in the same applications folder, but in a folder called MAMP. And then you have this htdocs folder. This is where our projects are going to be located inside there. I'm going to show you that later on, okay? Same thing with XAMPP, htdocs, okay? So in the Windows computer, your MAMP and your XAMPP folders are going to be in your C drive. Okay, so go to your computer, go to your control panel or the file manager, wherever you have you can see your computer C drive. Click on it, and you're gonna see these folders here: XAMPP and MAMP. Okay, and inside the htdocs is where we are going to be working on. Make sure, and these programs usually install a icon in here in your desktop, so you can double click it and use your control panel right here. This, okay, is your control panel. This is for MAMP and this is for XAMPP. Very similar programs. Okay, the concept here is that you're gonna have an Apache server, and you gotta just turn it on, and you're gonna see this light up in here. Now this might look different depending on the version that you're downloading, but the concept is all the same. Is a program. MAMP or XAMPP are programs that allows us to run PHP in our computers. We download them, we install them like any program, and then we turn on our Apache server service and MySQL server. You see the Apache right here, and you see MySQL. You turn them on, start and start. For some users, you're going to have some issues with XAMPP because they use port 80, which Skype uses it. Okay, so if your Apache server is not working, it's because it's using the is using port 80 right here. So you might want to change that port to something else. Maybe like just put any numbers here. You can do port 888 or something like that, or maybe 8080. Okay, and then just click it, and that will change that port for Apache, and then you can restart it, start it again, and then that will work. That could work for XAMPP. If it doesn't work, if XAMPP gives you a lot of problems, just go ahead and use MAMP. MAMP is going to take care of all that problem for you guys because it's super simple to install it. But I'm using XAMPP in this course, so if you want to follow me to the letter, you can use XAMPP and make it work. Okay, but again, just a word of advice: don't download the VM. Don't do it because it's just it's a little different, and it's going to give you issues. It's more advanced. Okay, a virtual machine here. Don't download it for XAMPP, or don't download it for any of these programs if they offer it. Just download the regular versions. XAMPP is what we're using for this course, but you are welcome to download MAMP, which sometimes is easier for some users. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Remember that we have everything in our htdocs folder, and in the XAMPP or MAMP folders, and that's where we are going to be working on. Now, these programs, just a word of advice, let me show you. These programs have a URL that we can use to see our applications. Okay, remember that this is acting like a server. So the address here for some people is localhost. If you're downloading MAMP like that, localhost, And this is where all your projects are going to be. Okay? Located. And you're not going to see them like this because this is going to redirect you to the opening page, the start page right here of MAMP. Don't worry about it. That means that your installation went through successfully. The same thing with XAMPP. Okay? XAMPP has its own pages inside your computer locally. So that way you know that it is working. So they offer a page, a URL that you can, access other tools that we're going to be using later. As you can see, it says localhost. This is inside your computer. This is not outside on the internet. Okay? XAMPP has a very similar approach. If I turn on Apache, I'm going to start it on. And once it's green here, that means it's working. Right now it's running. So if I go to welcome page and I click go to application, you can see that that's going to open for me the XAMPP installation here, localhost. So this address is a little different than MAMP, because MAMP for me is localhost 8888, and this one is localhost. Okay. Now remember that this is going. I got a different setup because I deleted my index for the applications. So yours is going to redirect you to the start page, okay, of your program. Mine is not doing that. So don't worry about it. As long as you see something like this, like, hey, welcome, MAMP has been installed successfully, or XAMPP has been installed successfully. Once you go to localhost, you should be good. Don't worry about it too much here. I'm gonna go through this later on. So I'll see you in the next lecture, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.